Do you want to know how confident you really are? Keep watching. Hi, my name is Zaza. I'm a female empowerment coach and psychologist, and what I do is help women take their power back, fall in love with their lives, and embrace who they really are. I helped many clients reach all these things, and now it's your turn. In this video, we'll be talking about what confidence really are. I'm gonna give you some tricky questions so you can figure out your confidence level, and I'll help you take your confidence to the next level. Because if you have some unresolved issues with your confidence, chances are it's costing you a great job, a great relationship, fun friendships, and all those things, and it's so not worth it. And we can't really fix something if we don't know that it's broken. So let's dig deep and see what we can do here. The last couple of weeks I've been doing some research for my upcoming course on confidence, and one of the questions I've been asking is, on scale 1 to 10, how you would place your own confidence, and also how would you define confidence in the first place. And I've been getting some really interesting answers, all the way from to be unapologetically myself in front of no matter who is there, to be financially stable and independent. Before we move on, I'm very curious to see how would you define confidence. Make sure to leave a comment below. If I'm to put confidence in very simple words, it would be something like being you 100% of the time, be proud of who you are, and very happy about it. So let's see what all of those things actually mean. So part number 1 is being 100% yourself. Here's the thing, we all want to be liked and accepted by the group. And that's why sometimes we try to tone down or hide who we really are in order for others to like us. One thing we are often forgetting is that there is always going to be someone who dislikes us. I mean, always. We're not everyone's cup of tea, and we don't have to be either. What happens is that people are usually projecting their own insecurities on who we are. Sometimes people will be just triggered by something that we say, how we look, how we do things, and it will trigger something that is in them they don't like about themselves. Simple. So when they are around us, they will feel insecure, they will feel less than, or they will just feel all those feelings that they don't want to feel, that they're trying to bury and, keep away from the sight. With that, they will then try to project all those negativities on us in order to make themselves feel better. And this happens many times, and we sometimes don't understand why a certain person is acting like they're acting, why are they so negative and mean towards us, or why they're ignoring us. Why do we just get that weird vibe sometimes? I mean, did it ever happen to you that you're being around a person and there is just something that's not clicking? There it goes. This is what's usually happening when we are around people who are deeply insecure, who have a lot of buried emotions, something they didn't deal with. So those people are usually very rude and unpleasant, and they're trying to project all those bad feelings on us. That's why one of my biggest and first advices to all my clients is practice not to take things personally. And pay attention here, I say practice because it's something that we need to work on in order to actually be able to do. It is not just pretending like you're unfazed when someone is being rude to you and calling you names. It is about actually not feeling any negative feelings inside when someone is doing that. And it takes a little time. Like, we need to be really high up there mentally and emotionally, and to be able to really understand these things so we can actually do this in reality. I mean, I've been working on myself, I've been studying psychology for over 10 years now, and still I get into this trap where I actually get hurt, or when I get triggered by something that someone does. And I mean, that's life, that's how it is. The goal is to feel good most of the time. Sometimes we'll fail at it, sometimes we'll take things personally, but it's okay. Most of the time it's all we can ask for, and we can be happy when it happens. So back at being you 100%, when we realize and accept this fact that we won't be liked 100% of the time, always and by everyone, the pressure is kind of off a little bit. And when we understand another very, very important thing, people who are meant to be in our lives are actually gonna love us and appreciate us the most when we are 100% ourselves, when we are not pretending, when we are just super authentic. Then the pressure is off, then we can live our lives and actually enjoy who we are. Part number 2, being proud of who you are. This is the second part of my confidence definition, being proud of who you are, being proud of you. And here's where our mindset and confidence mentality kicks in. Accepting all of our flaws, accepting who we are, that we're not perfect 100% of the time and that we don't need to be really, and being really proud of it and being able to show that side of us, like that less fancy side of us, to the world, and not care if someone is going to judge us for it. Let's talk about for a second, how does not loving ourselves actually look like? So it looks like something like this. You are a yes-sayer. You always put yourself last. You never say what you actually really want. Your partner is taking you for granted and pulling you around, and you're always doing what he wants to do. Your parents are still having their grip on you. Your friends don't really make an effort for you. Your boss is looking through you. You don't really advance in your career. You're not really happy maybe with the way you look, but you just still smile to the world and take it all in and hope that tomorrow something will change and things are gonna be better. But you're still sitting there not being able to express your own desires. That, my friend, is not loving yourself at all. I mean, there's other ways to see it as well. For example, you are not happy with your weight, but you still eat candy and you still sit in front of Netflix all day long and you're not changing anything. You hate your job, you don't do anything to change it. You are, just going along with the flow. If your partner wants to have kids, you have kids. Even though you want to focus on your career, you never express your own desires. This is very dangerous because it gets us into many situations where we are not really happy to be in, but we can't get ourselves out of it either. Bottom line here is, and something that makes me really sad when I see, you are wasting your life. As simple as that. If you're not able to live the life on your terms, if you're not able to enjoy your friendships, your relationship, your job, your body, you are just pretending actually that you're living. You're not living for real. And the time will come when you're gonna be looking back and you're gonna be regretting not being stronger, not making a change. Before we get into the third part of my self-confidence definition, and before I give you solutions for all these things, I don't want to leave you hanging and just feeling bad about things that you're not changing. Please leave a comment and tell me how the lack of confidence is manifesting in your life. So the third part of my definition is being happy about who you are. I think I stepped into this a little bit a moment ago when I said, if we are not happy about who we are, if we are not proud to show the world all our sides, even the weird ones, if we are not feeling free to live the life how we want it, then we are not confident, and most importantly, we're just wasting our life. The time will come when we go to our deathbed, hopefully as a very old person, when we would look back and wish we can go back in time and do things differently. Then you would say to your parents, hey do, bye-bye. Hey do is Swedish. Bye-bye, I'm moving out and I'm going to be an actress. And you would say to your husband, fuck you, the first time he had to hit you. You would go out and color your hair red because that's how you feel like, and you would dance in the rain with your mascara running down your face, and you wouldn't actually care how you look like or who is looking at you or what they're thinking. Because that, my girlfriend, is real freedom. That's how we are meant to live. We are not meant to go around apologizing for who we are. We're not meant to apologize for our desires, and we are not meant to take shit from other people, and especially we're not meant to take shit from ourselves because we are too weak to get our asses off the sofa and make some changes. Please, please, please make the changes now while you still have time to enjoy your different life. Don't look back in one moment. Don't look back and think that you wasted your life. That's the saddest thing you can do for yourself. So here we are, the part where we start making changes. I promise I'm gonna give you some questions where you can check out how confident you really are. This is gonna be your confidence thermometer now. First question, am I able to speak up about my desires and to present my opinions in any situation. So what does this mean? You're not gonna go around pushing your opinions to other people, but you're not gonna be sitting back and keeping your mouth shut when you feel you need to speak up, when you feel you need to say your opinion, because it's valid and it's important. There is a difference, and if you're not able to do this, there is some confidence work that needs to be done. Question number 2. Am I stopping myself from doing things that I want to do because I'm afraid how others will react to it? Let me give you an example. For me, there was 2 things that were my confidence thermometer in this situation related to this question. Wearing a wig and getting a tattoo. So what does all of this have to do with confidence? I wanted to wear a wig for a longest time. I'm not super happy with my hair, and I talked about this in some of my other videos, but I was always a little bit afraid of how people are gonna react if one day I come with this hair and another day I come with like super nice long sexy hair, and the third day I come with something else. I was really concerned about that, and for years I was just suppressing that desire in myself. Well, guess what? A few months ago I finally said, fuck it, I'm gonna wear the wig. And I wore it, and you know what the funny thing was? A lot of people didn't even notice. I mean, I put it all over my social medias. Some people gave me compliment, some people didn't really pay attention to it. And when I actually did it, it kind of lost its charm. It lost kind of that hold that it had on me. But for me, it was a sign that I'm finally over that fear and that my confidence finally took a very big step up. For you, it might be something completely different. And the second part is getting a tattoo. I was always afraid how people in my life are going to react. My husband doesn't like tattoos, so I was always respecting his desires. But now I said, like, I want a freaking tattoo. Like, I have a small one, but like, I want something else. That's my thing. That's my body. And as soon as I can get it, I'm getting another one. Because I don't want to be 70-year-old getting a tattoo. I want to get it while I still have a nice skin to wear it on, while I still can wear a bikini and show it around. One point I want to make here before we move to the third question is we are usually forgetting one important thing. People don't care about us as much as they care about themselves. They care how they feel when they're around us. So like I said, many people didn't even notice my wig. Chances are they're not gonna notice if you change your hair or you change the way you dress. People are just way too concerned with their lives, how they're feeling, and their own inner battles, that they're not paying super much attention to what you are doing or what I'm doing. And that's fun, and that makes it much easier to step out of this fear zone and embrace our authenticity. And the question number 3, am I designing my life around avoiding to face my insecurities? What I mean here is that sometimes we are staying in our comfort zone, even it's very uncomfortable there, just because we know that stepping out of it and making some changes might be painful, might be very uncomfortable in a moment, even though we know that in the long run that's something we really need to do and we're gonna get a lot of good results out of it. So ask yourself, are you doing this? And what is the price you're paying from not wanting to expose yourself to a temporary unpleasantness? In the long run, I think the price of staying in the comfort zone is much higher than the temporary pain we might feel. Before I give you a plan of action to actually change all these things, let me remind you to download my 6 steps to confidence guide that I linked below this video. Now that we finally got to the bottom of everything that might be going on, let's make a plan, bulletproof plan, so that we can actually implement, make some changes to start living our best life. Step number 1, make sure to journal everything out and be very honest with yourself about things that need to be changed here. Number 2, pick one thing that you want to change and start working on it. And pay attention here, I didn't say pick 3 or 5 things that you want to change, because just one is enough. It's not overwhelming, it's easy to implement changes, and it will get you going. And once you start feeling rush and that pleasant feeling of actually getting out of your comfort zone and understanding that it's not so painful and hard, then you will want to do more. You will just be pulled into stepping out of your comfort zone more often, and it will become fun. Very fun, biggie swear. And step number 3, make a plan. Make a to-do list with all the steps you need to take and put it in format where you have times and dates about what you're gonna do when. This is very important because, you know, goal without an actual plan of action is just a wish. You will not achieve it. Nothing will happen because just simple up in the air solutions are not tempting enough for you to start working on them. That's all I have for you today. Good luck with all of this, and make sure to subscribe and share this video with someone you think might benefit from all this information, and I'll see you in my next video.